What is one of the craziest stories that you have with your team of detectives where they had to kind of go bail someone out or find someone?
Oh, this is a good one. I have put a number of lawyers into treatment because they say lawyers are twice as likely to develop a substance use disorder. As it happens, lawyers are not always the best clients because, well, they know everything. Even the shit they don't know, they know, right? So we had a lawyer that called us. He had I think she was mid-30s daughter. And if you met her, by all appearances, very attractive, very smart, very bright, and had a terrible issue with alcohol. I mean, if you put a bottle of hand sanitizer on the table and turned around, she'd drink it, right? And so, I said to the dad, look, let's file a Marchman Act, get you in order to put her into treatment. But I really think we should look to file for guardianship too, because one of the things we need to be able to do is to restrict her ability to travel. No, I'm not doing guardianship. Okay. So we filed this case and we had a treatment center lined up. I think it was somewhere in the middle of Palm Beach County. All I remember is it was these two buildings that were at the treatment center, and they were surrounded, as far as the eye could see, with cornfields, sugarcane. Yeah, not corn, sugarcane fields. And I said to myself, if she walks out, where is she going in the middle of the night, right? So we get into court. She says, I'm going to agree to go to treatment under the court order. Awesome, right? And so the judge says, Ms. Strasser, is there anything else we need to address? Your Honor, we're good. Ms. So-and-so, anything you want to tell the court before I tell you, I read the court's order? Yeah, actually, there's one thing. Okay, what is it? Well, I'm finishing up this degree online. I'd really like to be able to have, just for 24 hours, my phone and my laptop. So the judge looks at me, what do you think, Mr. I said, Your Honor, not a good idea. Please don't do it. I'm going to give it to her. We get her into treatment. What do you think she did? In the middle of the night, she calls an Uber, takes the Uber to the airport, and jumps on a plane to Mexico. Calls her father and says, I'm in Mexico. So I called my investigator. I said, John, you better get down to Mexico right now and get her back here. She got down there thinking how clever she was and then realized she was in the middle of Mexico all alone.
John was your detective?
John's my investigator.
Okay, go ahead.
He got on a plane and went down there and found her and brought her back. And we got her into treatment. But, sometimes crazy shit happens, right? I tell families, I say, here's the deal. The one thing that I can tell you that's very predictable about this kind of case is it's unpredictable. They're going to have good days and bad days, right? Good weeks, bad weeks. And hopefully the good days outnumber the bad, but it's going to take time to get there. But I can't tell you how they're going to be in the morning. Well, what happens? Can they walk out of treatment? Yeah, they can walk out of treatment. Well, lock them up. He's not a criminal. I can't lock him up. A judge can lock him up if he violates the court order we're going to use to put him into treatment, right? Which is why I have an investigator. But, there are some things, when you're dealing with behavior.